Oh, no.
This is the episode that broke Rick Grimes, and his body language gives off far more than you realise. I'm Enigma and I'm a qualified body language analyst and private investigator, and today we're analysing Rick Grimes' mental breakdown after Laurie's death. Let's take a look.
Mom, look at me, keep your eyes open.
I have to get you back to bed.
I'm not gonna make it.
But Lori, with all this blood, I don't even think you're fully dilated yet. No amount of pushing is gonna help.
I know what it means. And I'm not losing my baby. You've got to cut me open.
So it's extremely subtle here, but as Laurie is losing consciousness, she makes eye contact with Carl and we see an extremely brief and subtle smile as she looks at her son. She has already accepted that she's not going to survive this, and actually at the start of the season, in a private conversation with Herschel, she says quite plainly that it's likely she wouldn't survive giving birth without medical treatment. She knew she was going to die long before this.
No, I can't.
You don't have a choice.
I'll go for help. I can make it.
No. Look, Carol's the one that practiced that. Dad only taught me the steps, Lori. If
Maggie, please.
I have no anesthetic, no equipment.
Carl is a knife.
Or you won't survive.
My baby has to survive. Please. My baby. For all of us. Please, Maggie. Please.
So this is really interesting. Laurie knows she's about to die, yet her physiological arousal is abnormally low. That is, until Carl tries to leave to get help, putting his own life in danger. And as he goes, she immediately receives a spike in sympathetic arousal, and her respiration rate dramatically increases. This is because her amygdala processes the threat to Carl as a threat to herself, through what's called self-other overlap. From the brain's perspective, her child is an extension of herself, so protecting him becomes neurologically equivalent to protecting her own life, causing the spike in arousal. She has already come to terms with her death, which is why she's so focused on keeping Carl and the baby safe.
Please.
I can't.
You can. You have to. Carl? Baby, I don't want you to be scared, okay? This is what I want. This is right. Now, you take care of your daddy for me, all right? And your little brother or sister, you take care of them.
We'll have to do this.
You're gonna be fine. You are gonna beat this world. I know you will. You are smart, and you are strong, and you are so brave. And I love you.
I love you too.
You gotta do what's right, baby.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to show you something I've been trying over the past few days. Everyone says nothing is ever really free, so let me break down how free cash makes money, and how you get paid. Free cash has a pretty interesting idea. Instead of companies spending money constantly showing you adverts, they reward you directly for trying their apps and playing their games. Click the link below to get a $10 bonus by just signing up through my link. Once you're on free cash, you can choose other offers that actually interest you, whether it's just testing a game, trying out an app, completing surveys, or getting cash back on purchases. Now this isn't going to replace your job, but if you already spend time on your phone, it's a great way to get something back for that time. Free cash already has over 70 million users, and has paid out more than $300 million in rewards. And I wouldn't have taken this sponsorship without checking their reputation first, and they maintain a 4.6 star rating from over 300,000 reviews. So you know they're legit. Just make sure the app tracking is enabled so your progress gets verified. Once you hit the payout threshold, you can withdraw through options like PayPal, crypto, or gift cards. Plus, if you sign up through my link or QR code and complete your first offer, you can get a $10 bonus, which is almost half of the $25 needed to cash out. Now, back to the video. So there is something really important that Laurie is not doing here that we'd absolutely expect her to do, despite expressing numerous instances of the Globus response, swallowing as a result of increased muscle tension in the throat. She performs virtually no threat scanning, which is highly abnormal for someone in extreme pain and about to die. Instead, she maintains strong eye contact with Carl, with her brain prioritizing social contact and rapport building. This is because her brain has accepted the situation as inescapable. Once the amygdala determines there's no viable escape, it stops allocating resources to threat scanning and shifts attention towards her final emotional priority, her son.
You promised me you'll always do what's right. It's so easy to do the wrong thing in this world. So if it feels wrong, don't do it. All right? If it feels easy, don't do it. Don't let the world spoil you. You're so good. My sweet boy. The best thing I ever did. I love you. I love you. My sweet, sweet boy, I love you.
So Laurie is fully in a state of terminal acceptance, and instead focuses on rapport building and comforting her son by attempting co-regulation and hugging him. We can see that she receives multiple spikes in her autonomic arousal, not because of the pain, but because she's realizing that she is not going to be with her son anymore. And we then see Maggie perform what's called a distancing behavior, by doing a prolonged blink, as her brain focuses on internal emotional processing, blocking the visual stimuli as a self-protection mechanism.
Okay now. Okay. Maggie, when this is over, you're gonna have to... You have to do it. It can't be Rick. All right. All right. It's all right. It's all right. Good night, love. I'm sorry.
As Laurie takes her final breath, she performs a prolonged exhale, which stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system and helps downregulate her autonomic arousal. She is calming herself down before the end, whilst continuing to co-regulate with Carl through physical touch, to try and calm him down. At the same time, Maggie begins hyperventilating, as her amygdala drives intense sympathetic arousal, preparing her body for defensive action, even though the threat is emotional rather than physical.
We have to go.
Oh, we can't just leave her here. She'll turn. No.
Carl.
She's my mom.
No more kid stuff.
This is really sad. As Carl thinks about what he has to do, he immediately tenses his mouth, and this is what's called emotional suppression. Despite being alone, he's deliberately restraining his nonverbals to keep composed, and this is just totally unnecessary, as no one else is there to witness him. It shows that Carl is deliberately choosing to be stoic, because he knows that that's what he has to do to survive in this world. He can't be reactive anymore. He could have just let Maggie shoot her, but decides to instead as an act of strength. And this marks a turning point for him as a character.
People are gonna die. I'm gonna die. Mom. There's no way you can ever be ready for it.
This demonstrates exactly what I mentioned earlier. Carl makes no attempt to make social contact with Maggie, and instead expresses zero emotion, walking straight past her as he focuses entirely on internal emotional regulation. And this is a protective mechanism, where he suppresses external expression to maintain cognitive control under extreme sympathetic arousal. Emotional expression prompts social engagement that can intensify and externalize distress. Carl is deliberately preventing this.
Herschel! You didn't find him?
Thought maybe they came back out here.
What about T? Carol?
I didn't make it. That doesn't mean the others didn't. We're going back. Darrell and Glenn, you come with me.
So as Maggie arrives with the baby, Rick already has an extremely elevated state of sympathetic arousal due to the chaos that's already unfolding, and he is firmly in the fight response, ready to take action. But the moment he hears the baby, the amygdala flags that as what's called an expectation violation, and immediately enters him into the freeze response, with his basal ganglia system shutting down all non-essential motor output. His brain forces him to freeze so that he can perform accurate threat appraisal. He is in utter disbelief, and as Maggie tries to speak, she expresses the globus response in the most extreme way possible. She's so overcome with emotional arousal that she can't fight the muscle tension in her throat to speak.
Where is she?
No, Rick, no.
Rick is in denial here. He can see exactly what has happened to Laurie, but is so overwhelmed with cognitive load that he can't fully process what has happened. He makes rapid head movements between Carl and Maggie before locking eye contact with her, and performing a head tilt, which is a method of threat detection and hyperfixation. His brain doesn't know what to do, so puts him in a state of rapid threat appraisal, as it desperately tries to find a different outcome to the one he knows.
Oh, no, no.
As he finally accepts what has happened, Rick performs the power pose twice, placing his hands on his hips as a way of generating proprioceptive feedback to regain a sense of stability and control during extreme vulnerability. Meanwhile, Carl avoids all eye contact, again suppressing his emotional expression to stop himself from breaking down. And it's only when Rick bends down and sees Carl's face that the full reality hits him. He realizes that not only Laurie is gone, but that Carl was the one who had to witness it and pull the trigger. Overwhelmed by the cognitive load and sympathetic arousal, Rick collapses to the floor, which is a literal grounding behavior, with his brain abandoning postural control, as it struggles to process the extreme emotion of the situation. In that moment, he realizes that he didn't just lose Laurie, he failed Carl, and destroyed any innocence that he had left. I'd argue that Laurie's death was probably the biggest turning point for Rick, and since the events of this episode, Rick has truly stopped trying to be the good guy. Thanks for watching.